And you'll be moving around, sir.
This is the Honorable Attorney General's reaction to the judgment of the United Kingdom Commercial Court on the matter between the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Process and Industrial Development Limited, otherwise known as P&ID. Let me start by making a brief introduction. As you may all be aware by now, the Honorable Mr. Justice Robin St. John Knowles of the United Kingdom Commercial Court today handed down a historic judgment in the suit where the Federal Republic of Nigeria, otherwise known as FRN, moved to set aside the arbitral award of 9.6 billion, but which has now, with interest, now come to 11 billion United States dollars, made against Nigeria in 2017 in favor of P&ID for an alleged breach of a gas supply and processing agreement it purportedly entered into with the Ministry of Petroleum Resources to establish a gas processing plant in Calabar, for which P&ID never secured any land site. The arbitral award had over the years placed the assets of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and those of its agencies all over the world at the risk of attachment, erosion of foreign reserves, and distortion of monetary, fiscal, and other policies of government, with attendant dire consequences for Nigeria and its people. These emphasized the need for the FRN to vigorously challenge and resist the enforcement of the award by P&ID. The High Court has today ruled that the Federal Republic of Nigeria's challenge to the arbitration award granted against it to an obscure hedge fund-backed BVI shell entity, Process and Industrial Development Limited, in 2017 has been successful. The judgment handed down today found that the award had been obtained by fraud and in a way which was contrary to public policy. In particular, the judge concluded that P&ID obtained the award only by practicing the most severe abuses of arbitral process. It has been a night of long knives indeed. The success marks the culmination of a decade of legal action and is not just a victory for the people of Nigeria, but any similar target of corruption and fraud. In the words of the lead counsel to Nigeria, Mark Owell, KC, for Nigeria, which the court, that is the High Court in England, endorsed, quote, P&ID was exactly the type of entity that was prepared to engage in bribery to achieve its aim, to undermine the administration of justice in Nigeria in the pursuit of riches beyond dreams of avarice. This successful result is a decisive victory for the people of Nigeria, who stood to lose over 11 billion United States dollars for the Nigerian administration, and for the Nigerian administration, which has now reached a milestone in its mission to challenge the scourge of corruption. The judgment also serves as a damning indictment of predatory international investors who should now rightfully be deterred by preying upon Nigeria and other developing nations to satisfy their greed. P&ID and its associates, both Nigeria and the world over, shamelessly attempted to defraud the country and enrich themselves through sharing the Federal Republic of Nigeria's privileged document, fraud, bribery, and corruption on an industrial scale. Those efforts, which took place over many years, have now finally been uncovered for all of us to see. It is imperative to point out that several agents of P&ID made overtures even as at last week, to the Federal Republic of Nigeria for settlement on this case. However, the resolve of the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, not to go hand in gloves with fraudulent counterparties or condone corruption informed the position of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to hold fast to its position not to settle. Indeed, earlier this morning, the President at the opening ceremony of the Nigeria Economic Summit Group reiterated this cardinal position of his administration. History has been made today, as this judgment is no doubt significant in the annals of Nigeria and indeed Africa. This judgment has vindicated the government and should serve as a pointer to others who might be nursing or nurturing the plan to swindle the country. The success recorded was as a result of a close interagency collaboration of the federal government team comprising of the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation, Federal Ministry of Justice, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, otherwise known as EFCC, the Nigerian Police Force, Central Bank of Nigeria, Ministry of Petroleum Resources, MPR, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, Department of State Security Service, DSS, and the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, otherwise known as NFIU. There will be further hearing by the United Kingdom Court on the heels of this judgment to determine costs payable by P&ID and others in the matter. Thank you very much.